Have you ever tried to be creative with videos? How would you like to make videos using good editing techniques? Today's guest is going to talk about some of his movies that he made in high school. He has made a video about a homeless person who gets help from a teenager. Even though he has difficulty editing videos by himself, he is still motivated to make them. The Humanities Mass Communications program at Norwalk Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now, your host, Harona Osborne, to meet the next new director.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Directors. All of the people involved with this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talents for the first time today. The guests you are about to meet are students who, when not on camera, are behind the scenes working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student will write and direct 4 different productions. This program will give them the chance to talk about themselves, the productions they have completed, and give you the chance to get to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Our guest today is a person who is a creative movie maker who likes to film and edit his work through Final Cut Pro 7. He uses YouTube to share his work with the world. Some of the movies he has made are about helping out a homeless man waking up inside a dream, saving the dog from dying, and a fictional movie having to do with teleportation. Now I would like you to meet our guest today, Cristofe Z.
Hi.
So Chris, we know you like to make videos for YouTube. Tell us about your videos.
Well, I've been interested in making videos for a couple of years now, and some of the videos that I made are homeless, which is about a teenager helping out a homeless person that he one day finds that is in his back parking lot, and he gives him clothes, he gives him food and shelter, and one day he just goes away, and he was very sad about that because he was gonna make a new friend.
Keep talking.
The next movie.
Keep talking.
Courage is about the movie Courage is about the teenage kid helping out his little dog because one day he gets sick and he really likes his dog, and he decides to go to a different person's house, like a scientist's house, to borrow medicine, and then he sort of takes it without telling him what steals. He goes back and gives the medicine to the dog, and the dog gets better, and he was happy. And the movie Dreams is about also a teenager who is stuck inside a dream. He wakes up one day and he finds out that everything that happens in his dream happens in real life, and it has like an Inception kind of theme to it. He kind of never wakes up from the dream. It's like every time he wakes up, it's another dream. And the movie The Switch is about the teenager also when he one day goes into his room. He presses a button on his radio, and his doors turn into teleportation, meaning like that if he goes through it after it's pressed, then he'll come out for some other door somewhere else, and he gets stuck going. He presses it accidentally, leaves the room, and then when he wants to go back to the room, it's stuck and he can't turn it off. So he has to find a way to turn it off and stuff.
Right. Could you tell us why you decided to take the television production courses?
I've decided to teleport the television production courses because I've been interested in making videos and working with cameras for a few years. Like it started when I kind of fixed the camera, and I got interested in it, and I started recording stuff, and wanted like then to be more into it, more professional, and putting stuff into YouTube. So then I started going to film classes in my high school, and then I made those couple movies, and yeah, and I'm here today.
Okay. What are some of the most useful things you have learned in this course?
I learned how to shift focus, which means that you're focusing on one thing, like in the background, and when you want to like make a focus something in front, you just tap the screen of the camera, and the focus goes from the faraway object to the close-up. And I learned how to edit on Avid, which is a new program for me because I'm so used to working on Final Cut Pro. And I know a little bit about the basics of Avid, not like the professional expert ones, but enough just to get me through. And I learned how to create a storyboard, which is I have to draw pictures of the scenes that I want to take, and then write a little bit about the scenes under, so I know what it is and stuff. And I have to use that with my shot sheet, so I can so I see what scene is next. And also Poor Man's Dissolve, which is on the camera. You start shooting, and then you defocus your camera, and then stop recording. And then when you start recording a different scene, you go from the defocused mode to the focused mode of the camera.
Okay. What are some of the most useful things that you learned in this course?
The most useful things I learned in this course are shift focus, which is when you want to change focus from one object to the other. Avid editing, which is the new program for me because I haven't used it a lot before or at all. And how to make a storyboard so I can shoot my videos in good sequence.
Okay. All right. Tell us about the learning sequence, student takes notes, fall project, and the orange project that you did.
The learning sequence is when I had to do basic learning here at the college with the cameras and do basic editing. No camera moves, no audio, just basic point and shoot and cutting and editing it. The student takes notes was more beyond beginner because I had to do more scenes and I had to do close-ups and show in detail what was happening in the scene. And yeah, the fall project was a little easier for me because I could like do camera moves. I could zoom in without having to stop the camera. I got to record lines of grace and geometric shapes and film nature, which I got to go outside a little. The orange project was a mini movie for me because it had to do with getting a story done I had to think of a story and get it to make a little movie of it, which the orange gets found by the person, and then at the end of the movie, the orange gets lost. Like the person loses the orange.
Okay, tell us about your best project.
My best project is the nature project, because I learned that good geometric shapes and lines of grace are good for the eye, because the eye tends to follow lines. And I got to do some camera moves too, which was new because all the other projects I couldn't do camera moves. And I got to do shift focus and continuous zoom ins and outs, and I had fun filming it.
You mentioned a variety of things that you've learned in this course. What are the most useful and most important skills you have learned, and how will you put these to use?
The most important skills I have learned are shift focus and avid editing, and I will use these in the future to make my videos look better, and so I can do better editing also.
Today we got to meet someone who enjoys making videos and movies for YouTube. He has a great talent for editing his work and sharing every piece with the world. Some of the things he has learned in TV1 course are shift focus, poor man's dissolve, and how to make a storyboard. He hopes to use what he has learned to create better videos and stories in his future career. I would like to thank our guest, Cristofe Z, for joining us today.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed meeting some of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you, and good day.
This has been The New Directors with your host, Perona Osborne, directed by Michael Squires. I'm your announcer, Michael Perea. The New Directors is a Norwalk Community College student production.